the app just shut down on me. What I was going to say is this is the same version where you can see how nicely he's coming around that wing for you. So you should be super, super happy with those. And last exercise. So here, this was the only issue that I think you were having trouble with, is throttling him in between these two jumps here. So taking a look at why you were having this issue. Okay, so couple of things happening here is, one, I don't see you looking back at him at all. He's coming out of that tunnel, and I see you looking forward. I know it's kind of dark, so I might be missing that, but that's what I'm seeing there. So the other thing I'm seeing is let's say, he's taking off there. So this is one stride out back here, okay? You have not started to slow down, tell him he's turning anything until he's actually taking off, then you're doing your turn there, okay? So a couple of things. One is making sure you've got a better connection to him coming out of that tunnel, and two, cueing that slowing down, that turning when he's way back here. One of my rules of thumb that I try to do, and obviously far from perfect at doing it, is if I would like a really lovely turn from Clever, I need to make sure I'm cueing that turn, decel, turning my chest, something like that, when she's halfway between the obstacles. So halfway between the tunnel and the jump, somewhere around right there. That's where I need to start. When she gets to that spot, that's where I need to start my turn cue. So same thing for you. He's got a little bit of a smaller stride than Clever, but not much at all. He's got a really lovely large stride on him when he's in full extension. So let him know when he's way back here that you're turning, meaning you're doing this, you're turning your body when he's back here. Okay, so I know you know that, but for some reason on this sequence in particular, you had a hard time doing that. So always remember that your position is relative to him, not relative to the obstacles. Don't feel as though you have to get up there before you start. So this one I liked much better. Much better. He's halfway, you're stopped, asking him to come in. The only issue I had with that is you didn't start moving again. So if you're asking him to do a lap turn right there, you need to be moving backwards just a couple steps, even if they're small baby steps. Show a little motion with those feet rather than standing in one spot. But I love where you started that lap turn, that you started that turn cue so nicely for him. I love this every time, that you're throttling him in right there with no problem, and again, into the correct tunnel entrance, no problem. Only thing I question here is if you gave him enough of a tunnel break. So I see that you're not moving as he's entering the tunnel, which is great. He might need more than that because he is coming out with no intention of turning. Look at that huge stride coming out of there, and he's going behind you. So he's got a great turn on him, so there's no reason you have to wait for that. So that's the only thing there, is he might need more of a tunnel break cue from you. Nice, easy closing there. Okay. And he's halfway. Then you're starting to turn just as he's taking off. So again, position relative to him, not relative to where you want to be. You want to be in this spot to do that front cross there, or lap turn, or false turn, or whatever it is. That's good and all. But if you're still moving into that position while he's taking off, it's not helping him with that turn. So that's why these turns, some of them are getting a little wide right there, and he goes behind you. He just didn't have that information early enough. That one was a little bit better, but still not so great. And I say a little bit better because you started that turn just before takeoff, not as he was in the air there, but you could see he obviously still went too wide there for you. So getting up there, turn, 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 turn. Now we're ready, a little bit better there. And it is hard to see here, but it's also me videoing the video, makes it even worse to see. But the throttle that you just did, really perfect, loving that. That's a much better tunnel exit than that first one that we saw. So you can take a look. He's just coming out of the tunnel. He's already turning so nicely. So that was so much better than that last one. And I like that you're doing the spin there, by the way, because you do want a much closer turn around that wing. So I think that's a really excellent idea. wish I could see a little bit better how wide he went there, but that looks really nice to me. It looks like he's turning really well right there. So I actually like the blind cross there, and maybe you're just more comfortable in when you're turning, because you're starting your turn, and look at where he is. He's still a stride from taking off. So that worked really great, much better than the front crosses you were trying to do there. So I feel like blind crosses and you are becoming more of a team. Really perfect throttle each time. I just can't get over that. Nice stopping before he enters, and much better, same as the last time. I like that tunnel exit much better, much cleaner and easier. If we can predict a tunnel exit line for our dogs, handling courses become easier, because tunnel exit lines sometimes are hard to predict because we've lost connection for 15 feet. We don't know what our dog is thinking. So getting those tunnel exits a little bit more predictable makes it much easier to be able to handle. I don't have to wait for my dog. I know where he or she is going to be. Overall, really, really great job. I'm super happy with that. I'm going to take a look at your comments a bit and see if I missed anything. All right, good job.